While people were digging out from today's snow and preparing for this next cold front, staff at the Maine Wildlife Park in Gray are working to keep the animals fed and safe in these very harsh temperatures. The park is closed for the season, but this time of year can be very busy. News Center Shannon Moss has more.
So you can see that partial wing amputation there.
Kurt Johnson is the superintendent of the Maine Wildlife Park in Gray. It's his job to oversee the care of 100 animals who call this park home. They're there for their own protection and can't be returned to the wild.
Just because we close our gates in November doesn't mean we can stop feeding everybody.
365 days a year in all kinds of weather.
It's kind of a skeleton crew during the winter months, and so that occupies that much more of our time feeding everybody.
Snowstorms increase the workload. The park is 250 acres.
A lot of shoveling, snow blowing, plowing.
Johnson and the staff need to get to the animals no matter where at the park they're spending the winter.
About half of the animals we make some accommodation for. The other half are just left right where you would see them as a visitor in the summer.
Some of the animals thrive in the snow.
Canada lynx, that has those big mittens for staying on top of the snow. Of course, they're not bothered by the snow.
Neither are the cats, the canines, or the moose, who, by the way, go bananas over bananas. But not everybody here embraces a Maine winter. Some of the animals at the park go into hibernation naturally. Others need a little help, like the wood and box turtle.
You can see that we put them each in their own little tub with moistened moss to kind of simulate the natural conditions that they would have for hibernation.
Some of the ground birds, owls and hawks who have flight and visual impairments also get moved during the winter months.
We bring them out back during the winter months so it's easier to access them, and they're more sheltered in the building from the elements. There's his heat lamp because he's an old man.
Heat lamps, a good meal, and a caring staff. Not a bad way to spend the off season. In Gray, Shannon Moss, News Center, Maine.